Also, one of the things that, among the things that invalidate your fasting, this goes to the sisters, menstruation, al-haydu wal-nifas. Al-haydu wal-nifas. Maybe the sister is fasting and it's maybe 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 10 minutes before breaking the fast, and the menstruation comes, that's it, the fasting that day is invalid. She has to make up for that day. She has to pay it back. It doesn't matter what time it comes. If it comes before breaking the fast, then that fasting is invalid. But if after we break fast and it comes after that, that fasting was okay. Otherwise, if anything happened during the afternoon of Ramadan while she is fasting and the menstruation comes, then her fasting is invalid. She has to pay it back. Same thing if she is pregnant and she is about to, and she delivered. Okay, she was fasting that day and it happened that she delivered the same day. Before breaking the fast, then she has to make up, she has to pay for that day. Now, one of the things also that invalidates fasting, al-jima'u, to have an intercourse with your wife during the afternoon of Ramadan. It's very serious. You have to pay for that day and you have to pay a big penalty. And what are the penalties? If you find yourself in something like this, brothers, I want you to watch here. Whoever visit his wife during the afternoon of Ramadan while fasting, he has 5 things on him. 1, a big sin. 2, he has to ask Allah for forgiveness. 3, he has to make up for he has to pay for that day. 4, he has on him penalty to pay. And what are the penalties? A man came to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, hadith narrated Abu Hurairah. He said they were sitting with the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik alayhi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Brothers, you know the Sahaba, they are very lucky. Listen, he's telling you while we were sitting with the Prophet. Imagine you are sitting with the Prophet Muhammad. You are sitting next to him, or you're sitting looking at him. Looking at him, his actions, the way he speaks, the way he acts. You are sitting close to him. How will you feel? Looking at him, only looking at his face is a blessing. Sitting with him is a blessing. Talking to him is a mercy. Not talking about the Prophet shake your hands. Imagine even in a dream you see the Prophet, how do you feel? Let's say tonight you sleep and you see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam shaking your hands. That morning you are the happiest man on earth. What about the one who saw him face to face? These people are very lucky. The Sahaba were very, very lucky. Brothers, believe me, the Prophet Muhammad is صفي الله يا علم الرشاد وخير المرسلين إلى العباد رفيع القدر يا نجم الثريا شفيع الخلق في يوم التنادي أحبك يا رسول الله حبا تغلغل في الجوانح والفؤاد اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه. Brothers, the way we are sitting here, I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us to sit with the Prophet in Jannah. It is a blessing. Abu Huraira said, while we were sitting with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a man came to him. He said to the Prophet, Ya Rasulullah, halaktu, I am done, I am destroyed, I am finished. The Prophet said, Wama sha'nuk, what's wrong? What happened to you? He said, Waqa'tu ala imra'ati wa ana sa'im. Ya Rasulullah, I had an intercourse with my wife while I'm fasting in the afternoon of Ramadan. Waqa'tu ala imra'ati wa ana sa'imun. So the Prophet told him, listen to the penalties. هل تجد رقبة تعتقها? Can you free a slave? قال لا. No. هل تستطيع أن تصوم شهرين متتابعين؟ قال لا. Can you fast consecutively for 60 days? He said no. هل تستطيع أن تطعم 60 مسكينة؟ قال لا. He said no. And the Prophet told him, sit down. وما ينطق عن الهوى إن هو إلا وحي يوحى. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على رسول الله. The Rawi of the hadith, Abu Huraira, he said, بينما نحن كذلك, while we were sitting like that, إذ أوتي النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بعرق من التمر فيه تمر أي المكتل. They brought the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam a bunch of dates, a lot. So the Prophet told him, خُذْهُ وَتَصَدَّقْ بِهِ. خُذْهُ فَتَصَدَّقْ بِهِ. Because the Prophet said, where is the man who came earlier? He said, Ana ya Rasulullah, I'm here. The Prophet called him. He said, take these dates and give sadaqah. He said to the Prophet, Ala afqari minna ya Rasulullah. Give this to the poorest man, the one who is more poorer than me. He said, I swear by Allah ya Rasulullah, the whole of Medina, there is no house poorer than my house. Brothers, and this is the hadith. The Prophet smiled until you can see his teeth. Because the way he said it, look, even before I finished the hadith, you yourself, you laughed. And the Prophet laughed. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Because he said, فَمَا بَيْنَ لَابَتَيْهَا أَفْقَرُ minna. Ya Rasulullah, the whole of this city, there is no house poorer than my house. So you give me this, you said to give it to who? So the Prophet said, خُذْهُ وَأَطْعِمْ إِيَالَكَ. Take it and feed your family. Take it and feed your family. So now let's come back to the rules. First, the Prophet asked him, هل تجد رقبة تعتقها? Can you free a slave? He said what? Now there is no slave to free. Okay? So now you go to the second one. You have to fast 60 days consecutively. If you fast 59 days, the 60th day you stop fasting without any reason, you have to start again. So tell the sisters, or tell your wife not to be looking too nice in the afternoon and stay away from her. Because this is big. Imagine you're fasting 60 days continuously. I remember when we were in Africa, we were very young, a scholar was preaching like this, and I remember a brother, they were grown up, we were sitting listening, and he said, okay, Sheikh, let me ask you, what if she looks so nice and she just tap you when she was walking? What's going to Ya Allah. So we have to be careful when it comes, when we are fasting during the afternoon of Ramadan, to abstain from this stuff. Otherwise, it will invalidate our fasting. And like this one, al-ijma', intercourse, during the afternoon of Ramadan, you have to pay penalty. And this penalty is severe. You cannot choose what you like. Because if that is the case, as the scholars said, the Prophet went step by step. He did not tell him. He didn't tell him, these are the 3 penalties. Choose which one you can give. Because if they say that, today if you know you can feed 60 people, then in the afternoon of the Ramadan you will be taking care of your business. But no. You have to follow the order. If you cannot fast, you have to get a reason that the Sharia allows you. Otherwise, no, you have a must fast 60 days consecutively. If you cannot fast and your reason is accepted by Sharia, then now what happened? You feed 60 people. So this is, our time is up. And I was thinking maybe inshallah the brothers will ask questions. But inshallah, we have to continue this. Or we have to repeat it again. Because Ramadan is coming. And these are the signs, the rules and regulations of fasting. We have to repeat this again. I hope inshallah I've delivered and is understood. And please, if there is something you don't understand, our time is really up. I see a brother raising his hand. Okay. Alaikum salam.
Excuse me, you're talking about feeding 60 people.
Yeah.
Feeding them 1 day or 60 days or for breakfast.
Barakallah fiqh. We said in the hadith, هل تستطيع أن تطعم 60 مسكينة? Can you feed 60 days? If your penalty is to feed for 60 people, then you have here, if each day you have to feed a person, or the scholar said if you can gather 60 people and give them one time. They said if you want to do it every day one, or you want to gather 60 people and give them, you have whichever one you do is allowed. Wallahu ta'ala alam. Huh?
Does it have to be breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Or?
No. Yeah, only 1 meal. Barakallah fikum. Now.
The kafara is the only man or the boy?
You see, that's why I say let's go pray. He's asking a question. The kafara, is it on the man or on the woman? Our scholars are saying here, when the man came, you see, the Prophet did not tell him, can you and your wife do so and so? Okay, so to this they think the kafara is only on the man.
But what if the woman instigated?
What if the woman instigated? I don't know. What you said?
You are fasting, you sleep, and then you dream.
Your questions, I will hold it in the next meeting. But what you said, if you are fasting during the afternoon and you dream, you wake up, you are wet, you just take your shower, you continue fasting, your fasting is valid. Wallahu a'lam. Now, you have a dream that, when you woke up, you are wet, you just take a shower, ghusl, and you continue fasting. It's time to pray, brothers. Inshallah, we will stop here. Okay, forgive me, but inshallah, when we come to the next meeting before Ramadan, we will discuss more. Inshallah, or I will repeat it again, because I really wanted the sisters to be around so that we will talk about more about them when it comes to the fasting. So inshallah, next time we will invite the sisters more, inshallah. Let them come, inshallah, and understand, and the brothers also. Then we will repeat and continue and add more, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase our knowledge. May Allah make things easy. Brothers, what is the dua of the Salaf? Allahumma ballighna Ramadan. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to pray, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him long life to see Ramadan. So brothers, don't forget, you might be thinking it's only a few days to Ramadan, but believe me, only Allah knows who is going to fast Ramadan among us. May Allah give us long life to see Ramadan. Allahumma ballighna Ramadan. Allahumma ballighna Ramadan. And brothers, all those who are sitting here after the prayer, I'm going to do something, because I see we are going very slow. Bafodi, where is Bafodi? Where is Yusuf? I need the papers. We are going to pledge. And I'm going to be writing the names myself.